Hey, welcome to our Motivational Monday video for today. I have a very special guest, and it's a little bit out of sequence with what we've been doing, but something that a lot of you guys are asking for. I have Brenda Crimi, who is an expert on Amazon. And hey Brenda, while I specialize in the books, Brenda actually specializes in products. And we've had a lot of people come to us lately saying, I have a book, but I have a product I want to sell with the book. I want to bundle this whole thing. Is there a market for it? And so I thought it would be very timely. Welcome, Brenda.
Thank you for having me. This is kind of exciting.
Yeah. So can you tell people a little bit about like your background and how you got here to what you're doing today?
Yeah, I don't know that I got out of high school and said, I'm going to sell on Amazon. Well, Amazon didn't exist when I got
okay, quitting
myself a little bit.
We're both 29, right?
Close to that. Well, so the bullet pointed version of my background is I've been a serial entrepreneur for many, many years. I've had several businesses. I've had franchises. I have a wide range of entrepreneurial business foundation. When I developed my business as a systems expert, I was a professional organizer, and what I did is I transitioned that into developing systems for small businesses, and through that I created an organizing system and a product and went to bring that to market. And this was in 2010, and this was before Amazon, and so I was totally schooled in how to bring a product to market and spend a lot of money on trying to bring a product to market that probably shouldn't have been brought to market. There really wasn't enough of a demand for the money I needed to put forward to bring that to the market. So fast forward through other endeavors and business models and so forth, I took a little respite and was taking a mental break, but I couldn't sit still. And so I started dabbling on Amazon. A friend of mine was selling on eBay and things. So I took some training course and started dabbling with the concept. And our very first year, I took that dabbling and turned it into $250,000 in sales. I'm like, I think we've got something here. And so playing that out for the first 12 months and really honing in my skills and continuing to do so, that was about 4.5 years ago. I'm a perpetual student, so I keep my pulse on the things that are going on within Amazon. But I took that knowledge and immediately went, you know what? I had the experience of bringing a product to market. And if I would have known all the ways in which I could utilize Amazon to bring that product to market, that would have made a difference to me and the financial situation I was in. And so I have to go and tell people this. So we hung our shingle, AMZ Alliance. We started a business about 2.5 years ago, our consulting side, in which we then help product owners, inventors, take their products and bring them to market through Amazon and utilize that platform. So it's very exciting. I love doing it. It's very rewarding because, like I said, it speaks to my heart because I was once in those shoes. And still, we have our own products that we sell, obviously. So.
That's amazing. Brenda has helped me with the book end of this because Amazon started advertising books. And we went in search of keywords for some of our clients' books. And it's amazing the tools you have that can help people see, how much is selling. And can you talk about those a little bit? Because I bet a lot of people don't even know they exist.
Right, exactly. I think my assumption is that the algorithm that Amazon uses for ranking and products is also the same for books. And so I've talked to a lot of authors and how they set their books up on Amazon and the keywords. With the Kindle Direct Publishing platform, they just started in January offering sponsored ads for their books, which is huge. We talked about that. I was like, wow, that hasn't been offered through books before. And so basically it's looking at book information from the perspective of keywords. What are people searching for to find the content that you have in your book? And then develop content descriptions, titles that adhere to those keywords. So I'm just getting ready to launch my book called How to Sell Your Product on Amazon. And I came up with that title. I don't know why that just escaped me, but I came up with that title not because I thought it was a flashy, good title. I did some research on keywords and found which ones were the most popular, what were people searching for a book like that. Then I created my title to accommodate that search. So hopefully it's going to come up within the results a lot easier.
Yes, and I'm going to talk about a little bit when Brenda helped me with a little bit of the advertising for the books. And I can't even stress how important those keywords are. We actually put the book we were putting in through the manual process versus the automatic process. And in the automatic process where we let Amazon scan the words, our keywords were and the of, the program itself did such a poor job. So it's so important to really have those keywords researched and be able to manually put them in for those ads. Is it the same way on the product side?
It absolutely is. So you have to think about Amazon's algorithm is just that. It's a computer program. It isn't somebody looking at your book or your product and saying, oh, I get what this is. Now, if somebody searches for something like this, I'm going to display your results. You have to train that algorithm as to the relevance of your product or your book. So even though you may include keywords in your title and in your description, and then when you upload, you have the back office search terms, you can also add additional keywords to. That's just the start of indexing your book. Your book starts, or any of your products start getting indexed based on when somebody makes a purchase. So for instance, if somebody is searching for how to sell on Amazon, they put in the keyword, the search bar, how to sell on Amazon, and they happen upon my book and purchase it, that gives you huge ranking points. It's like the algorithm goes, oh, that's what you are. And so the next person that types in how to sell on Amazon, the algorithm's going to go, oh, they must mean they want this book because the last time somebody typed it, they bought this book. And Amazon wants to make money. So they're going to show the products that convert into sales. And that's how it's trained. So when you put on those manual search terms, you're kind of training the algorithm. So back to the sponsored ads, and to get a little bit more detailed about that, let's say that I'm launching a book on how to sell on Amazon. So, and I want, when somebody searches how to sell on Amazon, for them to see my book as an option. So I would use those keywords in the manual sponsored ad, how to sell on Amazon. What will happen is then that will buy my position in the search results, because organically I haven't ranked up there yet. I have to prove that I can sell and convert into sales. So I pay for the sponsored ad to get my product shown, my book shown. And then what will happen is then somebody then will purchase it, and that's how you get it indexed for those keywords. And the more that happens, the higher you'll rank within those keyword sets.
Yes. That's such great information. Mm-hmm. So I think the difference between the products and the books, though, is that Amazon kind of goes through the entire book versus with the product, it just goes through the product description, doesn't it?
No. So with the product side, it hits on the title, the bullet points, the description, and your back office search terms. Okay. In the book, it hits on your title, description, and the back office search terms as well. I'm not sure that it scans content. I haven't read and had confirmation of that. So if you know that, that would be good information for me to know too.
The only thing I really know about the scanning of content is that when you try to place a review and you've downloaded a Kindle product, it can actually scan and see how far and how fast you read that book. And I've had books
to legitimize the review.
To legitimize the review. So I know it does that because it ranks actual book purchases higher than it does regular reviews. But I've had a situation where I went through something very fast where they wouldn't post my review. And I'm a very fast reader. It wasn't that I was fudging it. It just, but I noticed that it downed my review because of that. So you have to be very careful when you do that, because Kindle knows if you really read that book or not.
Well, and I will tell you too, on the product side, Amazon takes their reviews very, very seriously. And it is against their terms of service for someone to solicit a review in exchange for some type of benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't go, oh, I'll give you this free book if you review for me, or this free product, or I'll refund your product. Go ahead and buy it so it shows up as a verified purchase, and then I'll refund you after you do the review. Those are grounds to get your account shut down in a minute. Mm-hmm. And you may be suspect to say, well, how are they ever going to find out? I'm telling you, their little spy bots know. It used to be when we first started selling on Amazon, it was like shooting fish in a barrel. And one of the ways in which we would rank products was to do the whole review thing. And so, we could sell 100 products at, $5 or $1 in exchange for a review, and we'd get massive sales with the certain keywords right away, and we'd be right at the top pages. Well, Amazon, like I said, is very protective of their customers. These are their customers. Even if they're buying your book or your product, they're their customers. Mm-hmm. And so they're very smart about that. And we used to also have, to get your first initial reviews, we'd have all our friends and mom and family and stuff give us those little reviews. And it wouldn't say verified, but it would certainly put a review up there. And the little spy bots, based on your communication, it's all in there. The internet's all, accessible. And so they know if you have some type of connection. And they don't care. So just like you, it's like if they perceive that it may not be a valid review, they won't post it. Or if it's posted, they may come back and sweep it out later.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't believe in the power of those bots, back in around, I want to say 2010, 2011, authors were setting up Gmail accounts and reviewing their own books. And they got caught because they were actually able to go into where you sign up for a Gmail account and see what the address was that's attached to that account. Because you always have to have, usually you have to have, I've got Juliet at julietclark.com attached to my Gmail account. So that spider would be able to go in and see that Juliet Clark was the author.
And IP addresses, there's all kinds I'm not techie at all, but there's ways.
There's ways. And they're really good at that because the KDP program, which is the, the platform where you can give away your book for free on certain days, actually requires that you not be on another platform. So you can't be on barnesandnoble.com. You can't be selling it on your website. So they're out there. They're looking.
Yeah. Yep.
With it. So what would you say to people that are brand new to Amazon and they're looking to put products on? What are some things that they absolutely must know to avoid some of the biggest mistakes?
Well, one of the biggest mistakes I see people making is spending thousands and thousands of dollars for their training. I don't know if you've heard or it's come through your Facebook stream about, come to this hotel for a 2-hour learn to sell on Amazon thing. And I'm telling you, there's been several of them that have been shut down by the Federal Trade Commission recently, because what they do is they get you in these hotel rooms for 2 hours, give you very little detail information, just a high level of what the opportunity is, and then they sell you into their program. A lot of times it's come to the weekend thing, and the weekend thing's only, $5,000 or maybe $1,500 up to $5,000. But then that whole 3-day thing intensive is all about trying to upsell you into their $6,000 up to $30,000 program. And so it's just ridiculous. So I'm getting ready actually I feel like it's my community service announcement duty thing to say, don't go to these hotel things. So my message really is twofold. One, you don't have to spend a lot of money for your training. We have a training program that we endorse called the Proven Amazon course. It's $399, and there's more content in there than you could ever consume. And it teaches you how to find products and starting the business from just sourcing used books and garage sales. You don't have to have a whole lot of money to start, all the way up to, hey, I have money to invest in my business. I need to find the right product. I want to do a brand, that kind of a thing. Everything from A to Z is within that program. And so my first message is, don't go out and spend all that money to learn to sell on Amazon. The second thing is, you can't necessarily do it on your own without some training. I kind of equate it to creating a website. You could use Wix or some of those other plug-in type systems to create your own website, but are people going to find you? So Amazon listings are pretty much the same thing, and this applies to products and it applies to books. Again, we talked about in the very beginning about all this algorithm and how you have to set up your listings to convert into a sale. So the first part of a listing has to be seen. You have to be able to find you. And then the second detail of a listing needs to be able to convince that person that they need your product and turn into a sale. And there's all kinds of strategies around that. So even though selling on Amazon may seem like a fill-in-the-blank type of a system, it's very easy. It's what you put in those blanks that'll either make you successful or not. So arm yourself with that information.
Oh, that's great. Great. It sounds like the Amazon hotel thing is a lot like the real estate hotel thing, where you're spending $30,000, $40,000 on learning how to do it instead of actually investing in getting that product to market.
Exactly. Save your money for the product, because, I mean, when you're on the product side, you need a product to sell, so that's where the money comes in. So you want education on also how to choose products that have enough of a demand, that aren't too competitive, that you can leverage and still ride that wave with.
That's awesome. So how can people find you if they're interested in talking to you further about this and really digging down deep? I know you talked about that program. Mm-hmm. Is there a place to find that program that you were talking about? And how can they talk to you directly?
Right. So on our website, amzalliance.com, you can find out all about us.
Your husband like going in and out in the background. I'm sorry. Go back with your pitch.
Sorry. So the amzalliance.com, there's a contact us form in there. You can send me any information as far as ask me any questions there. You can reach me by email, Brenda@AMZalliance. And really that's an open invitation, because my heart really is there to support people on their success. And if I can get on a quick 30-minute call with somebody or 15 minutes and they can tell me what their intentions are, then I can help steer them in the right direction. So go to our website, amzalliance.com. Also, if you're considering inventing a product and bringing a product to market, or maybe you already have a product, I'd love to get on the phone with you as well, because I can get into Amazon and I can extract data out of Amazon to help you understand what the category is doing, what your competitors doing, how many sales per month they're having, the cost, the competition, all that information. So get in contact with me. I do provide that product analysis. I want to offer to your listeners the opportunity, if they do decide to learn how to sell on Amazon through the Proven Amazon course. I want to make a little side note that isn't my education. It's a course we endorse. I spent a lot of money on my education, and I'm here to say that it wasn't necessary. So I've been spying on the Proven Amazon course community for several years, and they're utmost in integrity. In fact, I'm part of their leadership team and helping them rewrite some programs and things. So you can find more information about the Proven Amazon course on my website. But to your listeners, I'd also like to offer an hour free consultation with me to help them with their little road mapping on where they should steer in that course, because there's a lot of content. You don't want to get lost in that. Mm-hmm. And then also I have a free book and other free courses that I can offer based on what their needs are.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on today and talking about all this.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Amazon's a fun place to play and make money.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Have a great day.